Today's project is a 2000s GMC Safari. We will be working on servicing the wheel bearings. To work on the wheel bearings, you do have to remove the wheel. Owen and I will be working on this today, mainly because I can't reach that well. You will then go in with dust cap pliers to remove the dust cap. We slightly hammer the side of the pliers, rotate 180 degrees once one side is loose, and repeat to the other side until it pops off entirely. We are going to remove the wheel nut, which should only be about hand tight. A quick little sleeve fix here, and then I'm going to pull the rotor off of the hub. I didn't record this, but it is super important that you clean your bearing off with brake cleaner first, dry it, and then we'll go into packing. Take it to the wheelbase packer. This is how we disassembled it from the packer after pumping the grease into the bearing. You also want to make sure whatever excess grease you have, really rub it along the bearing, just so it's fully lubricated all the way through. Now, we are going to assemble it. For this model, you are going to place the bearing in first, and then a washer, and then you'll tighten it with the nut. Now, this is where I was kind of vertically challenged because I had to stand on a tire, so Owen helped out here while I handed him the parts. Now, I always like to emphasize that people either look at their service manual or read what their car needs, because every vehicle is so different, especially different makes will do things differently. So it's a great way to double check that you're doing everything according to what the manufacturer wants. Now, don't do what we did, and we did it backwards. We put the washer first and then the bearing, but we realized very quickly that is not how we removed it, so we flipped it around and had it set properly, because the bearing does go in one way, so make sure you remember how you pulled it out. Also, I didn't show this earlier, but after you remove the wheel, you also want to take off the brake calipers, since you are taking the drum off the wheel. Now, caliper removal isn't that bad. It's usually 2 bolts in the rear and you can slide it right off. So to install, just slide it back on. Now, when it comes to torquing, look at your service manual and see what it says. This was only 18 foot-pounds. Now, the weird thing is, we had to torque it to spec, hand loosen it, and then tighten it by hand. Hence why it was so easy to remove in the beginning of this video. Lastly, you're going to reinstall a new cotter pin. We never reuse cotter pins. And when you install it, once it slides through, you're going to fold it over the top. So it should kind of look like that. And that's it. That is how you do wheel bearings.